recording still. Dang it, start over again. Anyway, I'll have to piece them together. Now, this is just the percent of this amount that she was borrowing, but we also have to take into account that she borrowed it over how much term? How much term? What was the length of time?
18 months.
18 months. So we want to multiply this number by 18 months. But remember our time, we always want to keep it as a year. So 18 months. And we have to change this. Yes, 1.5, because then we're going to divide it by 12. So $277.40 times 1.5.
416.1.
$416.10. So that's the amount of money that is it Julie? Julie has to pay up front to even borrow the money from the bank. Questions? So in essence, we did to answer part A was use a simple interest formula. Okay? Because we did interest equals principal, rate, and time. That's what we did. But for part B, it says, okay, well, she has to pay this money up front. How much money does she actually receive from the bank? So again, with the bank discount notes, you are paying this fee up front, and then they subtract it from the principal. All right? So we want to subtract this amount that she's paying up front from the principal, and that'll tell us how much money Julie's walking out of the bank with. So what's the difference between the amount of her, the amount that she borrowed and the amount of the interest she had to pay up front? $3,233.90. Yeah. So this is how much money she left the bank with, and she had to pay $416.10 as a fee up front. Well, that's the interest she paid the bank to use their money. Questions so far? So then part C asks us, what is the actual interest rate? So the rate that the bank promised Julie was a 7.6% rate. But how much does she really end up paying in interest? So that's what we have to figure out for the next part. So we have the amount of money that she walked away from the bank with. And we can actually use the difference between the amount of money that she walked away from the bank with, and we can use the simple interest formula again to help us to calculate the actual interest rate. Okay? So she has to pay $416.10 up front to borrow the money, right? So let's see what happens if that is the amount that she pays in interest, what the actual rate would be. All right? So for interest, we use I equals PRT. And then we want to go in and calculate it using this different amount. So for the P, we're actually going to use the amount that she actually borrowed from the bank, that she actually took home. $3,233.90. And then we're going to see what the interest would be. So if it was, interest was $416.10, what would the interest rate be? So we're using both of the pieces from parts A and B to answer part C. All right? So we have $416.10 equals $3,233.90 times a rate we don't know. And the time still doesn't change. All right? So you don't have to do the conversion anymore. We already know that 18 months is 1.5 years. So we'll just put a 1.5 here. Any questions so far? Sorry, I'm trying to move the camera, y'all.
Do you want me to move so you put it here?
No, it's fine. I got it. Or they get what they get. I mean, it's the best I can do today. Okay. So go ahead and multiply $3,233.90 by 1.5, and then take that answer and divide $416.10 by it. So in other words, we have 416.10 divided by $3,233.90 times 1.5. And what did you get? We're still working. Give me the decimal value. Let's do 4 decimal places.
I got 11.6570.
Okay, let me see how you put it in. Oh, okay, you want to do the 416 up top. So you want to do 416 and then your division symbol.
Oh.
Okay? The only thing, we're going to keep 2 decimal places. Let's delete. Just change it to multiplication. So we want the whole bottom to be multiplied. Yeah, okay.
3233.
Okay.
What's up?
Any stuff?
Oh, by 1.5. You guys are wrong again.
You need help, anybody?
I think I got it. Divided by.
So what did you all get? Give me 4 decimal places. 0.00857. So that after 5.7, there's another 7, so we'll round that one up to an 8 as well. Okay. This is the interest rate, but it's not in percent form yet. So then we want to multiply by 100 to change it to a percent, which just moves the decimal place 2 spaces to the right. So we have 8.58%. So the actual interest rate that Julie paid was 8.58%, but the bank quoted her it was a 7.6% interest rate. Okay? Because the bank really is going to find every way possible to make money. Questions? So you all try number 30. Number 30 is the same type of question. Of course, it'll just have some different numbers. So number 30 is up next, kind of using the same method or a method that makes more sense to you. And then we'll talk about what you came up with.